There is so much pulling our attention in every single direction, and there's so much sadness and so much heartbreak happening over the last year. And having a place where you can sit down, disconnect for a second, and just listen and think about, what do I need from this music right now? How can I heal right now? How can I take the words of this prayer and how can I translate this into my life today?
I first went to Mishkan, I'm gonna guess 12 or 13 years ago. And it was the early stages, but boy, was it an experience. I would show up there typically in a suit, and there was nobody that looked like me in that room. And even though everybody walks in with very different life experiences, you feel as if you're part of something shared and all about radical inclusivity. You felt it from the minute you walked in to the minute you walked out.
Mishkan absolutely embraces interfaith couples. And as I say that, it brings tears to my eyes because it's the first Jewish space I've been in where I haven't felt like I'm letting the team down. The really incredible thing that Mishkan has given me, which is to really for the first time introduce me, a lifelong practicing Jew, to the idea of a loving God, to lead me into a place where I actually feel like I am accepted as a human being by that loving God. And I don't think I could have ever gotten there in a place that thought my marriage, which is the most important thing in the world to me, was wrong.
Mishkan is a welcoming space for Jews by choice in so many ways. The fact that Mishkan is so flexible and open-minded and welcoming of everybody's backgrounds and experiences makes it easy to feel at home and feel welcomed.
We can instill a strong and meaningful sense of Jewish identity in this next generation by giving them a reason why they should embrace their Judaism. That's what's the beauty of the Mensch Academy, which is not only about teaching Jewish tradition and prayer, it's about teaching Jewish values, teaching about Jewish community, teaching about Jewish connectivity. What resonates with them will be their experience with other Jews, especially if those Jews are different than them.
The discussions in the Israel-Palestine Book Club were interesting. What was new and surprising to me was, the younger people who were there, really how differently they saw this conflict. The clergy and the staff here, I feel, are very well trained in helping people disagree civilly. Because of the way the discussions were structured, I know I was forced to listen to them. It wasn't a space where we were just like, no, you're wrong, shut up. That's really valuable.
To be fully accepted by Mishkan has helped me fully accept myself. And part of that is through meeting so many amazing friends at Mishkan who have all taught me so much.
I have been able to step up as a leader in ways that I never would have imagined prior coming to Mishkan. The thing that really was out of my comfort zone was that I started to help lead Morning Minyan. And I feel like I've been on a real journey of kind of self-acceptance, and that Mishkan has been a big part of that journey. And my willingness to step up as a leader in this way that is deeply unfamiliar and uncomfortable to me is a sign of how much I trust the acceptance in this community, like how much I trust that people aren't going to look down on my lack of Jewish knowledge when I don't have it. It's okay here to not know everything.
Mishkan has impacted my life by creating a real purpose for Judaism. I would never have thought about a congregation, a synagogue, as a place I went to for comfort. That would have been something maybe my parents would have done, but it was never for me. And now all of a sudden, Mishkan has presented to me what Judaism could be.
This year, Mishkan Chicago officially turned 13 years old, the Jewish age of maturity. Like anyone at 13, we're growing. A lot. And as we've grown, the world has changed around us too. When we first started, we knew that we wanted a space for joyful, creative, playful, serious Judaism. A space for growing and learning and building deep connections across generations and across lines of difference. What we didn't know then was how much more important and rare spaces like Mishkan would be in our world today. 13 years in, our purpose remains the same, but we know what we do here matters now more than it ever has before. Join us as we write the next chapter of Mishkan and as we try day by day to build a world from love starting right here, together.